Welcome back to the channel. BRICS nations, now bigger and more unified than ever, are fast becoming the core of a new global era, both economically and politically. Massive moves are shaking the global economy right now, we all know that, and BRICS nations are firing back. President Trump is unleashing crippling new tariffs against China, Mexico, and many others. He has already warned BRICS nations that any attempt to challenge the US dollar will come at a massive cost. Meanwhile, BRICS nations have been pushing harder than ever in the background to escape America's financial grip, even before Trump came into power. Today, we break it all down, the new financial Cold War and what it means for your money. Trump, even before he was elected, already announced heavy penalties aimed at Mexico, Canada, and other nations he claims are undermining American power, and tariffs aren't his only weapon. Trump has issued blunt warning to BRICS nations to abandon any plan to create a rival to the US dollar or face 100% tariffs and the complete cutoff from the American market. His team is also considering labeling certain BRICS members as currency manipulators and restricting their access to US exports and financial services. For Trump, protecting the dollar isn't just economics, it's about national security and global dominance. And he really wouldn't want America to fall behind on his watch. But despite the threats, BRICS is accelerating efforts to break free from the dollar. It has been doing so for many years. Brazil, which currently holds the rotating presidency of the BRICS, is leading a major push. Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has launched initiatives to promote cross-border trade using local currencies, building on the success of Brazil's instant payment system PIX, which now processes more transactions daily than debit and credit cards combined. Brazil is expanding SML, the local currency payment system, to more Latin American nations. PIX and SML are being upgraded with blockchain technology no less to make transactions faster, cheaper, and more secure, bypassing the dollar entirely. And it's not just Brazil. In China, officials just finalized a direct settlement agreement with Saudi Arabia for oil paid in yuan, not dollars. In India, more than 40% of Russia's oil sales are now conducted in rupees, a dramatic shift since Western sanctions in 2022. Meanwhile, Russia and Iran fully linked their payment systems in late 2024, allowing Mir cards and Shitab cards to work seamlessly across borders. And South Africa, they're paying for Chinese imports directly in yuan, bypassing the dollar conversions and slashing their costs. These moves aren't isolated, they're coordinated, deliberate, and aimed at creating a new financial order. Trump, with his tariffs and his crazy economics, is only exacerbating the situation and bringing the rise of the BRIC nations faster than ever. At the 2024 BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia, the group unveiled BRICS Pay, a decentralized cross-border payment system built on blockchain, connecting Russia's Mir, India's UPI, China's Union Pay, and other local networks. BRICS Pay allows instant peer-to-peer transactions in local currencies with no need for the US dollar or SWIFT. And that's not all. BRICS nations are hoarding gold at record levels. By mid-2024, BRICS countries had amassed a massive 6,200 tons of gold, accounting for over 21,000 of global reserves. China, Russia, and even Brazil are stacking gold, fortifying their financial systems against sanctions and dollar volatility. The dollar has been the backbone of the global financial world since the World War II. But today, the world is changing. If major economies shift even a fraction of trade out of the dollar, the US could face higher borrowing costs, a weaker currency, and shrinking influence abroad. This is an existential threat, but for BRICS nations, it's an opportunity to reclaim financial sovereignty and rewrite the rules of global trade. The battle lines are drawn. The next few years could decide whether the dollar remains king or whether a new multipolar world order arises. If this video gave you a new perspective on the future of money, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into global finance and power shifts. I'll see you in the next one.